Welcome back, guys. I asked y'all for some requests for trial clears, and T Fenix asked me to do the Moon trial with Tsukiko, so we're going to go in and do the Moon trial with Tsukiko. The team's pretty classic, you know, double healer, 2 tanks, and 2 DPS. That's how I like to do the Moon. So we're going to do Charlotte for passive provoking those comets. She's on Phoenix for auto med for the confusion. We're going to do Folka for healing, barriers, mana regen, you know, the usual Folka stuff. We're going to do Luna Freya for mitigations and just more backup healing, buffing. She's got safety bits, so we can do the death threshold a little bit easier. We're going to do Warrior Blight. He's going to do physical cover. He can also heal, so we kind of like have 3 healers in the team. He's got death immunity as well, because we're only using 1 AoE re-raiser from Luna Freya's cooldown, so we kind of want some death immunity to make it a little bit easier. We're going to do Tsukiko. Now, Tsukiko is technically a double hand unit. I own basically no double hand mage gear. I've never pulled Carlet, I don't have Osiris, I don't have Kefka's STMR. So my best build for Tsukiko is personally double hand. Dual wield. That's just how she's best for the gear I personally own. So she's going to be dual wielding with some demon killer, some spirit, and some hit points. And we're taking Ganji Tsukiko, who, and once again, he's dual wielding too, because technically dual wield is just better if you've got the gear for it, no matter if the mage is double hand or not. But he's got really good gear for it. I don't, unfortunately. But yeah, his Tsukiko is really good. So let's get into it. The Moon is a little tricky. It's a little bit older at this point, so we're using some newer units like Luna Freya and Warrior Blight. Makes it a little bit easier. But it's still a hard fight, you know, if you don't take it serious. But the good thing is, Tsukiko is pretty much designed for the fight. Like, this was Gumi's answer, like, you know, really hard fight. What are we going to do? We'll give you a maid literally designed to kill this trial. So, it'll work out pretty well. So we're going to go ahead and go Exorcism, 9 Tails. It doesn't really matter what element we use for now, so we're just going to go with Holy, because why not? Looks like Ganji's not using her TMR, which is fine. All that means is she won't be able to triple cast, but she can still quad cast. So it's really not that big a deal. So we're going to go ahead and cover physical and mitigate. Luna Freya will magical mitigate. And we'll do Light of Purity to fill the limit gauge a little bit. We can just guard with Charlotte. Actually, we don't need a guard with Charlotte, because Charlotte's pretty well geared. So we'll do a fill rate buff. And Folka can do Sobering and Flowing, just for the immunities. Alright, so there'll be a physical AoE and a magical AoE in this turn. This turn, you'll notice this team has really high spirit, so this meteor is going to do like no damage. Yeah, 700. Well, 700 3 times, so 2100 damage. Yeah, it barely even broke Folka's shield, so whatever. Alright, now we're going to be quad casting. So we're going to quad cast. I already imperiled on my turn, so we'll just go for Fox Orb. And let's consecrate it 3 times. Fox Orb. I don't want to do anything else before that. Not really. Alright, let's go ahead and chain. Then don't forget the Moon has mitigation right now, so the damage is, a little lower. We'll have Warrior Blight give himself general mitigation. There's no point in using Charlotte's Luna Burst yet, so we'll just wait. This is kind of like not a whole lot to do right now, so we'll just repeat these. Yeah, the moon's a little basic for the first 60% of the fight. Once he goes below 40, it gets a little bit harder. So this is going to be a physical AoE turn, but we're covering that. Alright, so we've got some guys. Thunder and Water. So that means we can still keep using Holy Element. We'll just have Warrior of Light Imperil instead of having to worry about using Imperil on Tsukiko. This is why I chose Holy, so we can do this with Warrior of Light, and to keep going pure damage with the DPS. Alright, one thing I should have done is limit with Lunafreya before that. It's not that big a deal overall. Charlotte will just keep Healing Glory. Healing Glory, that is. Alright, that was the Glory of Evil, by the way. It hurts. Alright, when's our cooldown come back up? 2 turns? Okay. Let's go ahead and... How's the Imperil looking? I think we need to Imperil again. I don't remember. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. We're gonna Imperil, and then just chain. Do that. All right. Charlotte's gonna get dispelled here, so we're gonna guard her to make sure she survives. We're going to cover with Warrior of Light. Refresh that. Lunafreya will do Light of 8. No, we're not going to do Light of 8. We're going to do Light of Peace. And I guess a mana regen. No, we don't really need mana regen. I guess we'll do Light of Salvation and Light of Peace. Alright, and we do need a little bit of healing here, so we'll go ahead and Barrier with Polka, and we'll do a Physical Mitigate. Alright, Luna Revolt is going to be the Dispel on Charlotte, but we're guarding her, so it's fine. There's the first Glory of Evil, is going to be another one, I believe. No, just one. I thought there was 2. Last turn 4. Next turn is going to be a double Glory of Evil. Alright, so because we're getting a double Glory of Evil, I'm going to go ahead and use a Limit Burst with Warrior of Light. Charlotte did get dispelled, so we're going to have to go ahead and rebuff Mitigation with her. Lunafreya needs to rebuff Charlotte's Mitigation for magic as well, and let's give her a stat buff. Tsukiko, next turn is Exorcism. Alright, we'll set mine going back to just quadding Foxlight. Okay. Yeah, let's change. Pretty good. Alright, Polka, let's see here. I want to do a barrier again, so we're going to barrier, and I guess we're going to water screen, just to top the team off. Yeah, so Charlotte got dispelled on turn 4, so it's really important you do all the rebuffs for her, otherwise she's going to die here. That's a problem I've noticed people have in the past, where like, my Charlotte is all of a sudden drop dead, what happened? The problem is people didn't realize that Charlotte gets dispelled, or their tank, whoever the tank they're using for a tank. Yeah, if it gets dispelled, you know, you got to watch that. So we got like a whole, Light Apostle. Okay, so we're gonna have to swap elements, which is fine. That's the cool thing with Tsukiko, is she doesn't stack her skills. Alright, it's Exorcism. And we'll go to, I guess Fire, why not? So Fire, and we'll just swap. So Consecrated, we're gonna Exorcism, and then we do a triple Fire. That is Earth, right? Yeah, Earth element. Okay. Let's go ahead and chain. Perfect. Warrior of Light, let's see. Let's go ahead and just refresh cover here. Charlotte can just keep going to Healing Glory. Lunafreya will refresh her limit. And we'll do Flowing and Spirit Guard to top off the team. Alright, so we're going to push a threshold next turn, I believe. So we're going to want to, we're going to do this so the Tsukikos don't get interrupted. We're going to use their hide at the end of the turn to skip this big AoE threshold. Alright, so we imperiled fire a minute ago, so we'll stick with fire. And for the final cast, we'll do Cunning as a Fox. That's going to allow us to avoid this AoE death. Alright, there's the threshold. And then Tsukikos are hiding. I forgot who had death immunity in my team. This is terrible of me. Not death immune, not death immune. So yeah, death immune, death immune. Okay, so we need re-raise on Folka and Charlotte. So we're going to re-raise Folka and we're going to re-raise Charlotte. But the other two are not going to die, which is pretty convenient. Not that it really would have mattered, because there's nothing else for them to really do here. So we'll just yeah, guard. Here's the first threshold. Okay, they come back, no big deal. And then Tsukiko's never died. Isn't that cool? Alright, so we'll general mitigate. We'll cover. We're going to save Warrior Bite's cooldown for the moment, so we're just going to regular cover with him. We'll do Benevolence and a stat buff with Luna Freya. Folka is going to give us immunities to everything. And we can keep chaining with Tsukiko. We'll stay on fire. We are still in peril to fire, right? Yeah, we are. I'm going to refresh the fire in peril just for the safety of it. It's a very, very tiny damage loss to refresh her in peril, as opposed to just going to 4 regular chains. Alright, so this is turn 8. This is going to be a Glory and an Asteroid, but it's going to deal like no damage, so we don't really care. There's the Glory. Turn 9. Turn 9. It's a really dangerous turn. Yeah, I'm gonna not push on. I'm gonna push on turn 10 instead. No, what am I saying? I can actually get the boss to 20% this turn and recover on turn 10. Yeah, we're gonna do that. We're gonna get the boss to 20% and put that next threshold. All right, let's go ahead and quad fire. Let's quad fire. Did I do the right thing? All right. Yeah, I'm sorry. I was reading the turn chart, trying to decide when I want to push. But now's good. Okay, next threshold. This time, Tsukiko is going to die, so we need AoE re-raise. So it's AoE re-raise. Let's do a mana regen. Nothing else really matters. We're going to all die here. So we can just guard everyone. Alright, 2 of them didn't die, which is nice. So now this is turn 10. Nothing bad happens here, so we're going to go ahead and reapply general mitigation. Luna Freya is going to give us magical mitigation and stats. Orb Light will refresh his cover here. Folka will refresh all the immunity buffs. And Tsukiko is going to use her limit because we died, and this will reapply her her countdown thingy that periodically buffs and such. Alright, turn 11's a really dangerous turn, I ain't gonna lie. There's a lot going on turn 11. Alright, so we're gonna want to guard Charlotte for this turn. Let's see. Tsukiko. Unfortunately, Ganzi doesn't have the cooldown. We're gonna Exorcism and Fire. Mine will Exorcism and Fire, and we'll do just a mana. No, I don't want to break the chains. We're just going to dual cast. Alright, Exorcism and Fire. Let's go ahead and do this. Alright, like I said, this is going to be a really dangerous turn, so we're going to do a 200% buff. We're going to do the biggest barrier Warrior of Light has. Polka is going to give us, or give Warrior of Light physical mitigation, and we already have a barrier from Warrior of Light, so second barrier won't do anything. So let's do a Teardrop, although no one really needs mana. Alright, so this is going to be probably the most dangerous turn of the whole fight for us. So we're going to get a Lunar Revolt, which dispels Charlotte, Glory of Evil, second Glory of Evil, a big AoE, and then a double Meteor. But we've got all the barriers in the mitigation stack, so it didn't matter. We still died. That's unfortunate. Okay. Well, let's fix that. Let's see here. Let's bring her back up. Let's mitigate. Alright, this is the reason I want a Warrior of Light to save his cooldown for these kind of emergencies. So now we're going to reapply General Mitigation with Warrior of Light. Charlotte. Let's see, turn 12, nothing's going on here. Charlotte will do a defense buff and spirit buff. Polka will do a barrier and a heal. Okay. So we've got quad cast again. We'll go to fire. This won't do anything by herself, but it's fine. So a little bit messy, because my guy had a tiny bit too low of survival on that turn. Man, we could have 12 turned it too. It's a shame. Alright. So mine will Nine Tails, and we'll do fire. Alright. Consecrated Nine Tails. Let's see, fire. I'm gonna just do fire 3 times, whatever. Alright. Let's barrier. What is turn 13? That's a pretty safe turn. Polka will give us all the healing. Luna Freya will give us, I think her cooldown is back ready. No, next turn. Okay. Light of Peace and just, whatever. Light of Purity. Charlotte can just guard. And we'll win next turn. So not too bad. We recovered that death. Yeah, turn 12 was a super dangerous turn. I probably should have guarded the Tsukikos, to be honest. That would have been safer. I got kind of arrogant, like, I can take it. But whatever, we got it. All right, so we got into Thunder Apostle just to make like 999% sure that we win this. We're going to swap to water. Let's see. Water. Oh, not that. Alright, there we go. And we actually might not win because my guy doesn't have Quadcast. Yeah, we're a tiny bit short. So turn 14 is not too dangerous, but we're going to guard anyway to be safe. Warrior Blight. Your barrier is not quite ready. That's fine. Volca has hers. So we'll barrier and physical mitigate. And Warrior Blight will single target 75% damage reduction on my Tsukiko, because as we've seen, she's the weak link of the party. Alright, there it is. Moon in 15 turns. After Charlotte finishes. What were the missions anyway? We did the weakness, evoke an Esper, defeat with magic. We can do that. So we evoked an Esper, and then we'll do a Holy for the magic mission. Oh, we killed him with counterattacks, or the pre-turn thing. Well, I did summon an Esper, but I didn't kill it magic. But yeah, you saw that was very easy to do. Just don't kill him with Tsukiko's start of the turn counter thing. Okay, there you go, guys. I'll be doing some other trials later this afternoon. See you guys later.